Hey, I'm Vinnie. Welcome to this series of videos where we're gonna talk about this guy, only this guy, John Mayer. Now you probably be wondering why the need to talk about John Mayer of all people? Well, because he is coming to Singapore. This is where I am. This is the ticket. I'm holding the golden ticket to the concert. Yeah, it says John Mayer Asia Tour 2019, Singapore Indoor Stadium. So what's the big deal about John Mayer? Come on, you probably see lots of his YouTube videos. Here's what's the big deal. Because for the last many years, I've listened to John for like 10 over years. But hey, he has never been Singapore. Like 10 over years of following this guy religiously, and then finally he is coming. The closest he ever got to us was Australia. My friend went for it. It was in 2014. He paid $200+, that is Sing dollar, and he says that he described it as like, you know, John looks like a little toy soldier. That is tiny. So yeah, coming to us is a really good news for us. Otherwise, I'll have to go through one of the greatest nightmare. Staying in the plane for 22 to 24 hours. That's like a day. I'm not kidding. And you know what's the madness? The madness is that this ticket, right, was sold out in like 20 minutes. I guess it's 20 minutes because after about 20 minutes I went back to the website to try to see if I can buy more tickets. Nope, nothing at all. It says sold out. That's all it is. That's all we have. And a lot of people are very disappointed, and there are a lot of cases of scalpers and all. I know that, but I'm not going to touch on that topic. My friends say that, you know, hey, I think I'm going to get tickets to John very easily. Maybe in like a few days time I can still buy tickets to the concert, because he has drifted away from our audience. Which is true actually. If you listen to our radio, you hardly hear any bit of John Mayer on our radio. But anyway, finally, he is coming to Singapore, and we are all very excited about it. So this series of video, I'm going to dedicate it to John, and we're gonna do a lot of fun things together. I'm gonna ask my friends to come with me to play some John Mayer stuff, and we're gonna explore how we achieve the tone, how we what gears we use, or what kind of techniques, how to play the song, etc. Also, I'm gonna go to pubs, right? Pubs to see. Now, the blues scene in Singapore, surprisingly, is strong, is alive, it is well and healthy. I'll show you that, and you'll be like, yeah, maybe if I were to visit that Malayan country, I will go to some of the pubs there and have some really good time. Yep, pubs in here is good, is healthy. Probably the reason why the tickets sold out so quickly. If you have visited Singapore before, do show me your Malayan photo. I guarantee you, everyone who uploads their Malayan photo does it the same way. The drinking pose, right? Yeah. So we'll also go around maybe guitar shops and show you what are the little cool guitar haven we have here. I have this friend who just bought the brand new Mesa Boogie Fillmore 50, and he's gonna plan to bring it around. I'm using a Mark 5, so we're gonna compare a tone. That is gonna be included in the next few video. And I have a friend who's got all the various John Mayer acoustic, electric, and probably gonna get him in, and we're gonna compare how does it sound, a regular John guitar and a John Mayer's guitar and my regular guitar. Or if you have any suggestions on what we should do to prep ourselves, hype ourselves to the 1st of April, not an April Fool joke, but 1st of April, John Mayer's concert in Singapore, you can leave it below and I'll take a look, and we shall see to that. So, if you like what you hear, please, you know the drill, time to hit the subscribe button, and then you can follow me as I release all these juicy videos. So enough of talking, let me teach you something so you learn something, and we will not waste the time away watching this video. Here we go. I'm gonna teach you parts of John Mayer's Helpless. I like this song a lot. Why? Because, well, it's not his usual blues song, it's more of like a funky tune, and he uses this pickup that I would otherwise never ever use. This middle pickup in the guitar, or I have a few guitars that has got this configuration. Nope, never am I going to touch that. Why? Let me just turn up the volume and you will understand. You hear that? That is insane. It's noisy and it's very hard to use. So I'll get to that and how to solo over using your middle single coil pickup. Let's touch the intro. So let's start off the intro. The intro starts off with this chord. Okay, this is a D minor 7. You can do it here, you can do it here, but John does it here. So we're gonna stick to that. To me, a D minor 7 is a D minor 7. I'm talking about note to note. So sounds exactly the same to some people, but to me, there is this tonal characteristic, this change, whereby this sounds. Can you hear the difference? Yeah, probably that's also the reason that John chose to do it here, and as well as being very flamboyant, you know, moving around looks very cool, and here, this and that. Okay. Next chord is just a C chord, but in the A form. Usually people does it this way, right? And there's really nothing, but I'm just doing a ring finger barring, and I skip the first string, so it doesn't produce that note. Then the third chord is back to your D minor, but instead, right, we're gonna use this position, and it's gonna do this little pull off and back camera on, and then the next part, we're gonna do this little up pick thing. Okay, and then finally, this is an A minor, but and very unusual to have an A minor in this position, this chord progression, but cool. He didn't really play an A minor. He played like the the fourth string. Okay, and then as well as using the thumb to hit on the sixth string to produce an A note. I mean, you can hit on the fifth string, but you cannot stop it. So the cooler way, the easier way is to use your thumb. Press down on the A note on your sixth string, and you're gonna kind of alternate between the fourth and sixth string. Got that? Let's try it slower. Oops, I missed out one pick. Yeah, that's the one. So work on that, work on trying to shift around and trying to mute it at the same time. And you get that sound, very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna play it slow and let's try to play it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that? Cool. So moving on, the later part where he starts singing is and the chorus part. If I'm not wrong, I mean I didn't really pay attention to it, but from how I look at it, it is pretty much the same thing. But instead of doing he went into this funk guitar, kind of picking strumming pattern, which you can hear commonly in songs like that kind of thing. So he went for the same. Might not be exactly the same, but I guess the point is there. So the main difference I noticed is that instead of that part, the up pick changed to a down pick. Let me try to play it slow for you. So as a funk guitar kind of style, and I guess you can search up on videos about how to really play funk guitar playing. Lots of students ask me this question. It's a combination of right hand muting, left hand muting. What is right hand muting? Simple as that. What is left hand muting? See, the left hand is, my right hand is completely free of the bridge. I mean free of the strings from muting. When I'm doing this, I have to press my strings down with my palm. So if I take any chords, for example C major 7, okay, and I can do the left hand muting. Now, a little bit of theory for you. You know that the 4/4 bar you can do into 8 quavers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can now selectively choose where you want the pulse, the note to happen. But underneath it is just your 4 counts, 2 bars. Stuff like this, from guitar playing, man. So moving on, let's go to my favorite part, the solo. All right, yeah. You know, I imagine the first part as like this banner. Sorry. Dun, dun. I feel like it's like a round. Dun, dun. So I imagine that. And usually for blues guitar, if you can, if you remember it, it should come as a habit actually. You should bend the last note just a little bit back. That one. So part 2. Part 2 is very tricky because it goes on the like offbeat kind of thing. Yeah, got that. Part 3. I like this because it's like a little frilly frills kind of thing. Okay, and part 4 is very similar. Okay. Playing it slow makes it sound weirder. Sounds like there's a wrong note, but if you play it in speed. There we go. If you play it in speed, it sounds fine. Right? So anyway, the next part. I took this from his live at Budapest. That live, is it Budapest or is it Bud Light? Yeah, you know the one. Okay. So he played this way. This is not from his album version. I'm trying to mix up which I prefer, whichever version I prefer, and then just come up with it. So it's not the most accurate. If you want the live version, I guess someone might have done a tutorial. If you want the album version, I guarantee someone has done a tutorial or something. But since you're here, so we're learning something here. The next part. So it's the same as, but the thing is that now you're, instead of using 3 strings, you're using 2. It's like a little up pick, kind of flick. Okay. This is from his album. Then the next part. I'm pretty sure I simplified this part. And then the final part. So I slow it down for you. And then the next part. Moving on. Now this part where I'm using more of the album version, but the album version, this part I'm using more of the album version, but the album version is very soft and muddy, so I can't really make up what he's trying to play. So some of it, most of it is actually my improvisation, so just stick with me. Final part. And then the iconic. This is actually a, you know, your pentatonic box. Think of it like a pentatonic box, but not quite. I'm bending the 3rd string 7th fret while keeping the 2nd string 8th fret ringing. This is not in the song, but it fits, you know. Help me. So there you have it. We just learned how to play parts of the song Helpless, one of my favorite songs right now from John Mayer, and I would love to hear him play this in the concert. And in case you skip this video just to watch the tutorial part, let me refresh on what we're gonna do for this series of video. It's gonna be very exciting. We're gonna touch on various songs of John Mayer. We're gonna try to teach you some songs, and I'm gonna invite friends over. Some of the friends has got very fancy amplifiers, some of the friends has got very fancy John Mayer guitars. And then we're gonna go to local pubs and see how the blues scenes is like in Singapore. So maybe if you ever visit us, you can, oh yeah, I want to check out those pubs and have some good time, have a really good time. So anyway, if you think you've benefited from this video and you're as excited as I am for the next few videos, you know the drills for YouTube already. You need to subscribe, you need to comment, you need to share these videos to whoever that might be interested among your friends. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!